So here we go, boys. Not only we had the teaser that I just did a video reacting to it and talking a little bit about it, but also we have a leak update. So we had the leaker, of course, leaking all the major things that we had during this week, right? So all the things that we already talked about, but he did an update on that. So we have some additions and some changes. First of all, F-16A OCU apparently is coming as a squadron vehicle, a Belgian squadron vehicle. It means French tech tree, of course. That it is coming. So another jet that is coming. Of course, it's a copy paste. I wonder if it's gonna be a little bit more earlier than the OCU that we have there, or the F-16s that we have there, right? So let's wait and see how it is. But yeah, it's a cool squadron vehicle to have, especially because some people wanna taste what an F-16 is like without having to grind, so I guess it's fine. And then we have some changes to the actual tech tree. So apparently the SUFA, the F-16I, will be added after the F-16D instead of the C, so they change it. It makes a lot more sense. Even to be honest, if they want you to limit the grind for the actual, I doubt that they would do that, but if they wanted to, they could just fold the SUFA together the Barak, right? So that would be perfect, because then you would need only 200, like 200 I think, right? 200,000 RPs to actually grind it out. It would be a lot easier to grind the SUFA, right? Which is great. The BMD4M2 is going to be located between the after the BMP3, the Sprut folder, right? The CV9105, TML105, is no longer going to be folded with the IKV91, and it's going to be located after the USH405. The Charles F. Adams destroyer will be located after the Somers. The Z51 located after the Z33. The Albatross, the Grisha, right? The Albatross class will be after the project 11451. The Salmares after the Grafton, the Tsugaru after the Matsu, the Baleno after the MC490. So now with the ships over here and a little bit with the tanks and aircraft over here, you can kind of already plan your grind for the new vehicles, which is great, right? And another great change, guys. The AGM-179A will be replaced with the AGM-179MR. Rejoice, American mains. You can rejoice. Finally, you will have something that it's properly better than a Hellfire. According to these leaks, they are going to add the medium range version of the AGM-179. That means 16-kilometer Hellfires for you guys. We don't know yet if it is going to include the Seeker that has the trifecta of Seekers in one Seeker, right? Because there is a Seeker that is not only semi-active laser and also a radar, but also imaging infrared, right? But we don't know if that's going to be the case. Probably not. Probably it's just going to be the laser one, but we're going to have to wait and see. I hope it's the TV one as well, but if it is, the laser one, at least you guys will have a lot more range with the MR. 16 kilometers, it is going to be on par with the Lemur and the other missiles and everything, right? So yeah, the Apache E is now saved from being miserable, to be honest, because if it was just going to have 8 kilometers with the normal version, it would be literally the same as a normal Hellfire, meaning why bother grinding the thing, right? So now it is actually properly going to be a way better helicopter. I can't wait to get my hands on this thing, right? And that's it. Nothing too crazy over here. There are some other things that we're going to talk about, but for the leaks itself, this is it. And just to, show a little bit to you guys, we had a very late dev blog about the Sky Sabre. So, the Sky Sabre Land Scepter is here, and yeah, we have a little bit of a dev blog. We already talked way too much about these vehicles, but yeah, we have a confirmation now that it's going to be the CAM and the CAM ER, right? 25 and 45 kilometers each missile, respectively, and 16 missiles that can be simultaneously fired and tracked, right? So very good, of course, using the same general, truck of the Iris TSLM, the MAN truck. I don't know how you guys pronounce MAN. I don't know. Here in Brazil, we call it MAN, right? So I kind of call it like that because there are trucks made by this company in here, right? So we call it just MAN. but you can call it whatever you want. Because, yeah, of course, each regional language has its own way to speak. But, yeah, so we have the giraffe radar that we talked about during the week, right? We have the launchers over here, already appeared on the trailer, of course. So nothing to talk about here, but it's gonna be probably between the three new AA systems the worst one, I would say, just because of the missile range. But let's wait and see how it is going to be. Maybe I'm completely wrong, right? But I have a feeling that, you know, the Buck is gonna be better and the Sumt definitely gonna be better. But let's wait and see. At least it's a very, very good AA system for the British, okay? So basically this is it for extra news for today, guys. Nothing too crazy after the teaser, but some interesting things, of course, right? So, of course, remember, I will do some other videos today, but remember, guys, tomorrow we will probably see the dev stream and, of course, dev server later, okay? So I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and bye, guys. See ya.